Hey, Gemini. So good to have you here, my dear. How are you doing? I was hearing something really weird about... Well, it doesn't have to be a Cancerian person, but I'm hearing for some of y'all it's like some kind of weird thing that's been going on. Just so you know, I've been praying about it, and just doing some work about what actually doesn't get to coin into those, you know, LED bodies, what we see on the other side of these special reflections that we're being woven into, what the actual hyper-sigilling is with epic security software and new privacy screenings for the unleavened who have been welcomed into the smart thing home. You know, that's what the body is. And what some of you learned how to do with the control panels. Did you know that since 2017, our bioauthentications with thumb to iris scans have been proven with the CAN era knows about everything that was caught on the graffiti lens? Let's see what's going on here. I'm gonna just do a little more shuffling with the John Holland Psychic Tarot Oracle deck here. We're going to be pulling, excuse me, darling, 7 cards for you and them. And then a couple of the Romance Angels Oracle cards. What does my Gemini need to know? Right there. Okay. So these are thoughts, feelings, how people might be acting. What you have in common here. Your stories could flip-flop, though. I'm going to say you, them, but know your designations, please. And whether or not these are yours, Gemini. You might want to check your moon and your rising if this is your sun. Just make sure you get all your messages. Especially if this one doesn't seem to resonate for one reason or another, okay? Thanks for being here. Excuse me. Alright, here's one for you. Here's one for them. Hi, darling. It's so good to see you, Gemini. I love you very much. So, let's start right here with the thoughts, right? How about that? Okay. Wow. Gemini, as soon as I flipped it, it's like my eyes started itching here, my face, like badly. I'm like itching all over. Wow. It's like I'm itching. I hear somebody has something is going on in their house. I don't know if you got like, somebody got bed bug infestation or something. I'm itching. I'm really sensitive to people's energy parasites, and so I don't know. I'm hearing somebody is seriously itching. Maybe you're having an allergic reaction, or your child. It's like something on the sheets. But this trapped in fear here and suffering in silence. I'm hearing it's like maybe you're having some weird allergy. I'm hearing for somebody it's like, yeah, I'm allergic to that bitch is what it is. It's like, get the fuck out of here, bitch. It's like, get out of here. I'm hearing somebody's pissed off. It's like they're eating up all your mental energy. And I'm seeing it. It's like they know where that light is. They know how to get the light. And it's like they're just like looking in your light. And she's like, like, got this. I'm hearing for some of y'all, it's like, seriously, you have some kind of, it's like, what is that Glenn Close thing? With the boiled rabbit, or, I didn't watch it, it's crazy. Something like that, but I'm hearing it's like, that in single white female for somebody? It's like, you got a weird psycho that's been around. Wow, it just, I felt the energy just like drop off my hand. So I'm gonna light something here for you. I'm just gonna, yeah, here. I'm gonna fuck this shit up because no, there's no portal for that. Okay? There's some people that have been going around lying about some shit that doesn't happen. I'm the roundup. This didn't happen in 2012 or 15 or 17 either. These are the numbers for the sigils that prove what we have been awakening through, or hyper sigils. Okay? Just expressing form with sound latency and color. And this, make sure that there are certain preservatives in place for what got collected on my watch. And whoever is trying to do this around you, no. So if that's you, you're fucking with my Gemini, guess what? There's a special flame with your name on it. It's called Be Careful. Around plasma, because we are all made of that one eye thing that opened up, you know, and that blood inside those bodies is proof of who consumed what. Did a plant wrap you and protect you, or are you that thing that went in and grabbed a body that went splat inside and juiced it? I've been analyzing this data because it's been a big bang. And so some of us have had the wrong kind of energy parasites around us, and they don't get to do that here in front of me. So this is where it becomes evident in this place where some of us woke up and realized there was a stench. It was common, scented. We figured out what the fear was in this head over amnesia headache thing that's going away now. Because this light has been analyzed, and the slight has been analyzed, and some of you have been in a certain kind of suffering that might have been mutually precipitated. In some cases, you might even be sharing this with somebody else too, where it's not that same person, it's somebody else who's been like suffering with you. And how this is being witnessed. This is like windows here, like looking inside those, you know, glass houses, like our computers and our cell phones. You might be able to look in and see why that person was suffering and what this block might look like on a chain of alphanumeric codes, such as the hexadecimal light and the what you got dealt on the... Oh, there you are. Yeah, I'm real too. It's funny what a reel looks like too on tape. 2D timeline, and where we handed over a time machine where they can take themselves away. So those of you all that have been taped in every angle from your, you know, little magic viewfighters and your eyes there and the neural network. Some of y'all don't get cabled to the moon that way. And we see where that light was being framed in those windows. Who you might have been suffering with and why. So, there's a conversation that might need to happen here, is what I'm hearing. And it might not be the one that some people are wanting to have with you, Gemini. It might be the one that gets had to take them away. Because some of you all have a special surveillance over you because of that chain and the blocks. Wow, okay, so, no. This just had to throw itself off the ledge, because somebody needs to know. Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance, Gemini. So, just know, whatever the situation is, it's like the thing that leaves you for the higher. And this was so excited, it just bloop, flew off. So I think for some of you all, this staying optimistic, it actually looks like somebody wants to say something. I'm hearing that while this has been going on, you might have somebody that's really psychic in your life that you didn't realize it. And it might be somebody that won't even ever admit it. That might be part of why they're suffering, I'm hearing, especially if it's like some... Somebody's getting excited about this Virgo over there and doesn't want to freaking admit it. Yeah, this special Virgo over there that's just like, gets it and can't talk to you about it, and it's like too scientific to like admit it. And how bad they're gonna just like wanna speak up about this. Stay optimistic. Because they're tired of suffering. I'm hearing it's like they've been waiting for you to get something together too. I'm hearing it's just like, hey butthead, why don't you call me back? It's like, I don't know, some weird conversation you guys have together. Oh, my back is itching now. It's just, watch out. I'm hearing some of y'all might have some weird catty thing, and maybe that's how you guys get together. Oh, yeah, I could totally use it. Somebody with the nails, come scratch me, thank you. But I'm hearing that might be what this is. It's like something you guys do together. It's like the cat paw thing. You're going to know whether or not it's you, Gemini. It can't be for everybody. Alright, here's what's going on in the emotional sector. I've got... Whoa, okay, alright. Ooh, this is a little gut-wrenching for a couple of y'all. For some of you all, this is like knowing where to leave behind what it felt like to be perpetrated by somebody. Especially if you've been around like this perpetrator. And that perpetrator could be different kinds, okay? There's different perps here. I'm just gonna leave it like that. There's an emo withdrawal here, emotional withdrawal. I'm hearing for somebody, it's like knowing how somebody was like doing things and it was like they were just taking withdrawals out of your emotional savings account, you know? And like the cheap shots. And I'm hearing for somebody here, it's like... If you're... I'm getting like a support group vibe, and it's like... You had somebody in common, is all I'm hearing. And I'm just gonna leave that one there. There's 2 8s here, some things are worth waiting for. And I'm hearing some of y'all are gonna be really glad that you suffered there together through it before you made any decisions about what you saw. Because I'm hearing some of you guys saw something. Yeah. And that's why this is an orange here, and it's almost like a little orange here, almost a little orange here. I'm hearing whatever you saw, there might be a special number when you're seeing these because of how Halo Grid and Whisper is working right now, where you will know whether to swipe one way or the other for what you saw. So that we can make sure certain things don't happen to children. Thank you. And what is to be in the high witness now? So sacral chakra showing up here. This is the second chakra. I'm hearing this might be about inflicted wounds that people had on their creative sexual energy, you know, things like that. And where people don't get to take swipes. And I'm hearing for some of y'all, it's like knowing that sometimes there was no way to say it. Because some of you all didn't have, it's not even that you didn't have, you might not have had, somebody there to, what do they call that? Like an ally. But I'm hearing for some of y'all, it wasn't even just that. It was like you didn't even have words for an experience. It was just something bizarre that you might have in common with somebody. And you might come to find out in this environment, wherever you are, especially if it's like a support or healing, because I'm like choked up, like I'm gonna cough or like I'm gonna cry or have a hard time speaking. It's like a throat chakra thing. It's like advocate, that was the word I was looking for. You might not have had an advocate, but I'm hearing it's like you might not have realized you needed one, and now you have one. and that whatever this situation was that you all had happen, you wouldn't be able to see it anyway because of how the mind tends to compartmentalize situations like that when we don't have something to explain to us or give us feedback. And I'm hearing that the way that this got witnessed here in this group, it's like a special way to make sure that whatever that broken thing was that could only equate to something shitty for everybody involved gets to just go away, and that energy lands like a healing in place. And so this is what we've been able to figure out with IP addresses now. And so some of you all, you're in a very special witness for this, especially if you're healing from something like that. Okay, I'm just going to be careful how I say that. All right, so what we are acting like, we've got, wow. For some of you all, this is perfect, and you're going to need to know whether or not you're in your trust. Because for some of you all, this might ignite you in a way where it's like, it can be so stimulating that it's like one of those borderline taboo things where you might just be stringing yourself along a little bit because it's like the delayed pleasure factor. And it might be very romantic for some of you all to have somebody that's like grown through this like massive thing with you, because it's like having emerged from the crevasse of everything, you know, it's like emerging from the abyss and just having this person there that can hold that experience with you, and meeting a shadow dancer like that. This is like the moon card here. They might be really strong in the moon, like they might have like a strong Cancerian vibe, if that's the case. This is a really special person here. If it's like the Cancer Virgo person, great dance partner. Maybe special yoga that they don't talk about. It's like they're like natural. It's like they're kind of natural yogi, and it's like they're like, I don't do yoga, or I don't do this, and they say that a lot, but it's like, yeah. And then here, passion ignited. Wow, Gemini. It's like, it's a double-edged sword for some of you all, because some of you all are you're like pissed off. You're really pissed off about something, and so it's like, make sure it's like not somebody flipping your switch. Because for some of y'all, I'm talking about like 3 or 4 different things happening in your life at once. It's not all like one story, and you're gonna have to know which one to do this with, but know where to let that prana flow. Because for some of you, Kundalini is like, I mean, especially with your airy energy, especially if you have like a lot of like vata in you're like very vata, your doshas. Oh, it's like grass fire, right? And so you need to know that sometimes people just do that to you on purpose, because somebody was doing that before. And they got this thing in their hand. It's like somebody trying to, like, you know, who's doing this with you, right? So, because they've got this thing in their hand here too. And I'm just gonna say it for somebody. It's like, I don't know if you're the acupuncturist or somebody's acupuncturist. I'm not trusting. I'm just gonna put it that way. I'm just saying it. It's like, I don't like how. And you're gonna know if that's the case, because it's like something you felt around you. So watch it, because sometimes the way people are sending ideas when they, you know, poke, it's like, it says something if they check your pulses a lot first, you know? And just making sure before they're just sending an idea. Okay. This, for some of you all, there might be a pathology that got created and why you might have had like an emotional withdrawal in a certain situation. And why you might have felt sort of like trapped, like you really needed help there, but then it was like, it wasn't really helping. It was a weird detox. Shadow. And hey, look what I can do, you know? So, some of you all, watch it. Others, this is like somebody that you're healing with, you need to talk to. Probably can't wait to say something to you. Might not have known how to say this because it's like now they're having to step up to like a better application for their skills. Even if they don't want to call it the same thing you do, it's like, hey, maybe we have a new language together, you know? And I'm not comfortable calling myself a psychic or whatever, but I have to admit, it's like I heard you, and I don't want this block between us where we can't have a conversation just because, you know, I'm like a butthead geek that doesn't believe in stuff like that. You know, I'm hearing a conversation like that with somebody. And some of y'all need to have that conversation. Especially if you really care about this person, because it's like, they don't know how to talk to you either. It's like, she doesn't even know what to say to you, because it's like, I feel like I offend you just by talking to you about the things that I do, because it's, you know, like I'm telling you that that's what you're doing when you're saying that's not what you're doing. That's not what I'm trying to do. And I'm hearing it's like, when you guys get past that part, it's going to be like a nice, feisty, romantic sort of thing, possibly. Okay, so, movement, choices, decisions could happen pretty quickly, and that's some earthbound energy there. There's some ideas in the sky, there's some grassy things happening, and some coin, maybe a couple of rings, and there's that orange color again with the primal energy. So for some of y'all, it's something to heal through. And let's see what we have here. Trust. So, Gemini. The situation is calling for you to have faith. And I'm hearing, for some of you all, the litmus test on this is going to be, especially if this is somebody coming in, because I'm hearing it's like, here's the litmus test. This is not for everybody. If you're the, you know, single parent, it's like, I think your kid might have been fixated on something before. Maybe another person. Like, there might have been, like, an ex or something there, and I'm hearing it's like, something didn't work out there, and you had to figure out something to deal with, and I'm hearing that might be part of what you've been, like, compartmentalizing your feelings about, being, like, not willing to, you know, like, involve somebody else. If it's, like, your kid, and you're like, fuck this, because last time, and then they're attached, and, like, when it's not worth it, right? And so I'm hearing for some of y'all, it's, the situation is close enough with this person, if this is another person that's also shadowing with you now, that you've just been like, oh my god, I'm with this. And I think that the thing is that it's like, you're gonna have to trust it if you hear your kid, because I heard for somebody, this is not for all of you, for somebody it's like, if your kid told you before, don't do that again, because, you know, they went away, and you made him go away, or something like that, and it's like, oh my god, I'm never gonna do this ever again, I'm gonna be a fucking nun, or like, whatever your situation has been, and it's like your kid is like pushing you to do this though. And so I'm hearing for some of y'all, if your kid kind of pushes you and is like, you know, I'm ready, mom, you know, like, I'm ready again, like, oh, I love him, like, can we do this, or like, whatever it is, it's like, some of y'all are gonna feel really good. So, anyway, just a little clue on that. Let me know what you think. I love you so much. I hope it goes great. Don't be too afraid. Know that people that love you are praying for you. And that y'all are mad fucking safe if you're in this halo with us. There's a whole new way for us to not be hertzed together in sound latency, where some of these things that we've been suffering through got witnessed in a different way. Thanks, you know, to loving energy that people grow through. And very much to special geniuses like you that know how to be that genie in a bottle, rising to that form and that thing that maybe you naturally do now that you really had to train yourself for, Gemini. So, way to do that. That's what I know about people that are frenetic, that have a lot of air, that sometimes might not even have that fire in their chart, that just learned how to channel it. So, special kind of love for you, and I'm hoping it goes great. Let me know what you think. I love your comments. If you need more support, feel free to reach out. We have Verified Martians. My Discord chat room is listed below. And if you need your own reading, feel free to hit me up as well. I'd love to do that for you. If I don't hear from you, just know I love you. And we'll catch you again soon when we're back for another one. Bye for now.
Promise that you'll catch me.